Let's solve some problems here. The formula for the area of a circle is which of the following? Now to solve for the area of the circle, we can use this formula. Area equals pi r squared, where r here is the radius. So the answer here is letter B. If A equals C equals 1, B equals D equals 3, and the blue angle equals 57 degrees, what is the area of this parallelogram? So it is given here that A is just equal to C equals 1, and B is equal to D, which is equal to 3. And the blue angle is 57 degrees. So in a parallelogram, the opposite interior angles are equal. Therefore, this angle here is also 57 degrees. And the sum of the interior angles of this parallelogram or any parallelograms is just equal to 360 degrees. So you can just add up 57 and 57 and subtract it from 360 degrees to solve for these angles here. Okay, now we need to solve for the area of the parallelogram. Now to solve for the area, we can use this formula. Area equals base times height. But we don't have the value of our height here. Let's say this is our height. That forms a right triangle. So we need to find the height. So if we're going to expand this triangle here, right triangle, then it would look like this. And now we can solve for the value of our height, and then we can use trigonometric identities. So in this case, we can use sine. So it will be sine 57 degrees equals the opposite side. So the opposite of angle 57 degrees is our height, h, divided by the hypotenuse, which is equal to 1. And now we can solve for our height. So our height is just equal to sine 57 degrees. And that is equal to 0.8387. And now we can solve for the area of the parallelogram. So area is just equal to the base. Our base is equal to 3 times 0.8387, which is our height. So the area would just be equal to 2.52. So in our choices here, we don't have 2.52, so we can just round this off to approximately 3. So the answer here is letter C. Order the following types of angle from least number of degrees to most number of degrees. So from our choices here, we have acute, right, and obtuse angle. Okay, acute angles, they measure less than 90 degrees. Right angle, exactly 90 degrees, while obtuse is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. So it will be greater than 90 degrees, but less than, greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. So arranging this from least to most, therefore the answer is letter A. The endpoints of this line segment are at -2, 5 and 2, -5. What is the slope-intercept equation for this line? So the slope-intercept form is just y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So since we are given here the endpoints of the line segment, then we can solve for the slope by using the slope formula, which is just equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So let's say this is x sub 1, y sub 1, and this is x sub 2, y sub 2. And we can just plug in the values here. So that would be -5 minus 5 over 2 minus -2. So this is -10 over 4. Then we can further reduce this because they're both divisible by 2. So this is just -5 over 2. And now we already have the value of our slope, which is equal to -5 over 2. We can now solve for the y-intercept b by plugging in one of the points here. Okay. So that would be y equals -5 halves x plus b. Then we can use either of the 2 points given here. So let's say we use -2, 5, this one. So the 5 equals -5 over 2 times -2 plus b. This cancels out. So we have 5 equals -5 times -1 is just 5 plus b. Therefore, b is just 5 minus 5, and it's equal to 0. Therefore, the equation of this line in slope-intercept form is just y equals -5 halves x. So, not in the choices here because I accidentally cut letter D. It's supposed to be letter D. So our answer is y equals -5 halves x.